The second assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump is just the latest topic to dominate a very active news cycle ahead of the upcoming election. But how does this constant influx of new information affect undecided voters?
Our Jade Jarvis joining us now live. And Jade, you spoke to a local professor of political science about all this.
Yeah, that's right, Tiffany and Felicia. He says while the news cycle could influence the candidates' respective bases, it's still going to be all about the policies for independent voters. Two assassination attempts, President Biden dropping out of the race, and a lively debate are just some of the headlines that have dominated the news cycle during the lead up to Election Day.
About 95% of people are set into what they're going to do. And we're really watching for the independents, what they're going to do. And that's the kind of clues we're waiting for.
Nicholas Tilsner is an adjunct professor of political science at Palm Beach State College.
I would say in general, the candidate that focuses on the future rather than the past and how to fix some of these problems and how to lower the temperature when it comes to political violence, I think they're going to have the leg up in terms of this election.
Tilsner says both candidates will likely stick to the messaging they have established throughout their campaign so far, but there could be an added element of keeping the peace.
I do expect, at least on some party levels, there are going to be people that are going to be calling for the end to political rhetoric that causes people to engage in violence.
However, he thinks most undecided voters will be focused on the issues that have been at the forefront of this election.
I think the issues that are probably going to sway voters at this point are probably the economy and kitchen table issues and home affordability and rent. I think it's going to be issues like that. To me, it's always the economy.
And Tilsner also says the possibility of an October surprise cannot be counted out when it comes to the outcome of this election. Reporting live tonight, Jade Jarvis, WPBF 25 News.